Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with a new reading vlog of reading a specific creator's favorite books, and I had to go to one of my BFFs here, Lisa from Remarkably Lisa, and I chose Lisa because I've been dying for historical romances. I read Ravished by Amanda Quick, and that's put me in such a historical romance mood, so I want to read some, and I haven't been reading a lot lately, and I need to. So I actually ended up just asking Lisa what her favorites were because I was watching some of her videos, and her favorite historical is the 2020 video. I've read all but one. And so we read a lot of the same books, and so I was like, Lisa, just let me know what are books you're dying for me to read that you loved. And she gave me a list of 4. She was actually really excited because she's been reading a lot of really good historicals lately. And so 2 of them are by, oh, I don't want to open that. 2 of them are by Shanna Galen, and 3 of them I found on audio. So only one I have to read physically, and so that's why I've decided to go with 4 of them. And I trust Lisa's historical recommendations. We've actually been having a lot of the same ratings and feelings about books, which a while ago, like I want to say a couple years ago, we were always like complete opposites, and now we've been rating everything like completely the same. We've been friends for a long time. She's one of my BFFs here. We co-host the Historical Romance Readathon together. If you love historicals and just romances in general, follow her channel. She recently did a really fun video about trying to go viral on TikTok, so go follow her. And so the first one I have is No Earls Allowed by Shanna Galen. She's been reading a lot of Shanna Galen, so I have 2 of this author's books on my TBR. This one is book 2 in a series, but I think it's fine reading as a standalone. I just started the audiobook, but I'm only like 20 minutes in. So our heroine is the daughter of an earl, but she's helping run an orphanage, and she needs help because her father wants her to get married, and the worst slumlord in London has illicit designs on her, is what the synopsis says. And then the hero is the bastard son of a marquess, so he like doesn't get all the same like benefits of being the son of a marquess, but he still like, had a good education and had a pretty good childhood from what I've heard in the audiobook so far. But he was in the military, and he is a major, and I don't remember if he got injured or not. I know he said some of his friends did, but he's sent to assist her in any way he can, so he's handy with repairs, knows how to keep her and the orphan safe. So it sounds like kind of like a bodyguard romance, and I'm really excited to read this. I'm really enjoying it so far. And then another one I have that I really want to read that Lisa told me to is a Loretta Chase, which I really want to read more Loretta Chase. I actually own this one in physical copy, but I get the audiobook so much faster. So this is A Duke in Shining Armor, and this one says not all dukes are created equal, and there's a trio known as their disgraces, which sounds so funny. So Hugh is the 7th Duke of Ripley, and literally it just says he will never win prizes for virtue, but even he draws the line at running off with his best friend's bride. She is slightly inebriated, and he's trying to recapture her and return her. So Olympia is our heroine, and she's bookish. She's supposed to marry a gorgeous rake of a duke, but she is trying to run away, and then Ripley's hot on her tail, and they fall for each other. So it sounds like she's like a runaway bride, and he is trying to like bring her back, and it's his best friend's bride. I'm really excited for this one. I know that Lisa really enjoyed this one. And then on my hoopla, I have the 3rd one, which I'm probably the most nervous for because it's Vivian Loret, and I've not read any Vivian Loret books. I tried one and DNF'd it because I wasn't feeling it when I was reading it. But this one is How to Forget a Duke, and I really love the cover of this one. And it says that, oh, there's a matrimonial agency, and it says never fall in love with a client, and it's an amnesia romance. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited. So the Duke requires a wife, preferably one with large fortune, and so he asks the matchmaker to help him, and Jacinda is supposed to help him, and he's hiding something. So she travels to his crumbling cliffside estate, and she watches up on his beach, and she can't remember who she is or why the Duke is so familiar to her. So she gets amnesia, and she was supposed to be like a matchmaker. I guess that makes sense because it's called How to Forget a Duke. I love amnesia romances, so this one is right up my alley. And then the next one is one I'm gonna have to read physically. I don't have it yet though, and it is a Shanna Galen. So the last one I have is Third Sons of Charm. My library does not have the audio for this book, but it is the first in the Survivor series. And oh, so I think I'm reading, is the other one I'm reading also part of that series, but it's later on. So Ewan is the Duke's daughter's bodyguard. Of course, Lisa loves bodyguard romances. She just posted her recommendations for historical bodyguard romances. So he is the toughest in a group of younger sons of nobility who met as soldiers and are trying to desperately settle back in a peaceful society. So this is the same book series as the first book I'm reading now. That's like the 3rd book in the series. And he's offered the job watching the Duke's stubbornly independent daughter, and Lady Lorraine wants none of her father's high-handed ways, and she'll do anything to avoid her attractive bodyguard. So it's a bodyguard romance. I'm really excited for this one. Lisa, she knows my taste and she has good taste anyways, so I feel like I'm gonna love every single one of these books. I'm already really enjoying the first Shanna Galen I'm reading, which is part of this same series. My library does have the ebook, even though I probably want to buy the paperback, but I'm gonna be reading these and hopefully loving them. So let's see how it goes. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday because yesterday was Labor Day and I keep on forgetting that we had no school yesterday, but it is Tuesday. I listened to a majority of the Shanna Galen book, Lily, that I started. I don't remember the title of it, but I am 70% of the way through now and I'll definitely finish it tomorrow. But it's really cute so far. I don't think I'd necessarily say it's a 5-star read. I think it's more like a 4-star read. He was in the military and he has PTSD from it, so he still has a lot of trauma and like nightmares and overcoming the death of someone really close to him, and so it's explored a little bit. And he treats the boys like soldiers at some point, and it's really, really cute because she runs an orphanage for boys, and so they're like rambunctious and crazy, and he's trying to like help put them in line, and it's super adorable. He's just there to make sure she's okay, and he didn't plan on staying long, and of course they're falling for each other. But the boys are amazing. I love little kids, especially in historical romances. They're like super cute, so I'm really loving that part of the romance, and I really like how open they are with each other and how the romance is progressing. But I still have 3 hours left, and I'm kind of just like, well, it's good. Like, I'm not dying to finish it, and like things get a little suspenseful now, but it's not like the most amazing thing I've ever read. But I am excited that I'm enjoying it because I definitely want to read more by this author, and I'm definitely going to because I have another book to read by her for this vlog. But I am enjoying it. I think if you like a historical that centers around kids, you'll like it. And our heroine's the daughter of an earl, but she's like not taking that kind of privileged lifestyle because she pretty much like leaves home, and they want her to come back and she says no, and is living at the orphanage, and she's using all of her money to put into the orphanage because the people who like own it, I think, decline like everything they need. The roof is leaking and they don't have any like servants to run the place, and so it's really cute how she is privileged but like doesn't, oh my gosh, the sun's going away, sorry, it just like turned blue. She is privileged but doesn't get to use that privilege that much, and so it's more of a lower class kind of romance, especially because he is the bastard son of someone. I don't remember what the title was. It a Marquess? But he isn't like titled either or has a lot of money, and so I'm enjoying it. It's definitely a different historical romance. I don't think I read one where they have an orphanage together, so it's a lot of fun. But I'm interested to see how things end and finish the book. Hello and happy Wednesday. I keep on thinking it's Tuesday because we had Labor Day off, but I am hanging out in my comfy. My sister went to work, and so Beverly Hills is on tonight, The Real Housewives. Super excited to be watching that tonight. But I finished No Earls Allowed by Shanna Galen. I finished that today, and I'm giving it 4 stars. So I really enjoyed their dynamic together and how she was just like so dedicated to the orphanage, and he feels like he still has like a little bit of tension over the fact that he's like a bastard child and they're not supposed to like each other, and she's like supposed to do better than that kind of thing because she is of high class. And I do think the ending dragged a little bit and became a little bit redundant because like something happened and they got out of that situation, and then like the same thing happened at a different location, and I was like, didn't this already happen? So I think the ending was dragged out just like a little bit too long. But 4 to 5 stars. I really liked it. If you like kids in your books, like this one was so cute because like the hero was supposed to be like this hardened war hero, and he was so cute with the kids, and like he really started liking them, and it was so cute the bond they all had together and how the boys loved her and saw her as a mother figure, but like they are just used to people leaving, and so it was so precious. I really enjoyed that one. I did start the Loretta Chase book, and I'm enjoying it, but I'm 35% in, and it's still the same day. Like, it might be the next morning, but like we haven't even passed 24 hours yet, and I'm 35% into this book. So she's supposed to get married to this guy, and she's like the most boring woman of the season kind of thing. Like, she's like literally been voted that or something. And so she's 23, I think. She's like gonna be a spinster, either 23 or 24. She said it's been like 7 years that she's like been in society, and she ends up like getting really drunk and like running away, and they kept on calling him a bridesmaid, I think is the term. And I'm like, what I'm so confused, but I think he's more like part of the wedding party because like this is one of his best friends because like they're the Dukes of Disgrace kind of thing. And there's obviously an attraction between them, and she like got super drunk and ran away, and like they ended up going further away, and like she needed clothes, and it was just like this whole like thing. And he's trying to get like return her, and she still is planning on marrying this other Duke. But obviously she's gonna fall in love with the Duke that chased after her. So we'll see what happens. But I'm just like, it's been 35% of this book and it's still been one day. And I usually don't love books that like are that slow like that. It's been a day. Give me some more content, please. So we'll see how it goes, but I do like the chemistry between them and how they like each other. They're definitely attracted to each other because she walked in when they were changing. So definitely things are heating up between them, and they're not supposed to because like he's supposed to be like this big bad Duke and she's supposed to be marrying his best friend. So it's cute so far. So we'll see how I continue to enjoy it. Hello, it is Saturday morning and I'm here with an update. Yes, I'm wearing my new Ohio State shirt. It is game day today. I'm very excited. But before I get talking to you, I do want to say like my lighting's always really weird in the mornings in my library, so sorry, it looks like very white and blue toned, but I want to say before I get started talking about my books that I did launch my merch today. I'm so excited. I'm using Bonfire. I've been doing this for about a month now, designing these things, and I was trying to work with a designer on a specific design, and it was not a fun experience, and they still haven't gotten me my final design yet, and it's been almost a month. So I just launched what I already had, and we'll see if I end up putting that up, but I am very excited. I have a lot of fun designs. One for my channel name. I have Romance Booktuber, Romance Reader, Dark Romance Reader, Historical Hellions. So more fun things to come, but I'm very excited. I'll link that down below if you want to check it out. I'm so excited to have my merch. I've been wanting to do it for a while now, and I finally just decided to launch it. And I'm using Bonfire because I love the quality of their stuff. Whenever I buy campaigns from other people, I love what I've gotten, so I'm very excited. So check it out. It'll be linked down below. And I did finish a full book, and I'm halfway through another one. I finished the Loretta Chase, which I'll put here. I don't even remember what it was called, but like Duke in Shining Armor. I didn't like this one. Lisa's gonna hate me, but this one I'm giving 2.5 stars. Hi, Lily. Oh, that was her bottom. I thought that was her head behind me. But I didn't love this one because it was very slow. Like I really enjoyed the beginning when she was like running away and she was a little drunk and he was the groom's best friend. And then like I think I said in my last update, it all took place over just a short period of time, and for a book that's like 400 pages, more should happen. And I can't even tell you all the things that happened in this book because I was so bored, and so I really didn't care about the romance by the end. I felt like it was super insta-love by the end, and I just didn't really care. I was just trying to get through the audiobook, and I don't know if it's because I was listening to the audio and that made it feel slower. I don't know. So 2.5, I rounded up to 3 because it wasn't like horrible, but I honestly like can't even tell you what happened in this book because I was so bored during the whole thing. So that was a miss for me, but I am listening to the Vivian Lorette book and I am absolutely loving it. I'm halfway through. It's Amnesia. He is a very stoic hero, which I love. I don't know why, I just love these like mean, brooding heroes. It's really good. So he lives in like this kind of crumbling castle, and he needs to marry someone wealthy so that he can fix his castle. And there's a secret he has, which is revealed pretty early on, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to spoil it for you. But our heroine is hired as a matchmaker for him because he needs a wife, and she's like from a matchmaking family. And I love, there's excerpts from Emma in this book, and like her and her sisters all work for the matchmaking business, and they all have their own copy of Emma by Jane Austen. I think it's hilarious because, you know, the whole plot of Emma is Emma tries to be like a matchmaker for people, and it's really funny. And so I love that connection. And she actually for some reason was trying to go to his estate, like that's not in London. Like he met her in London, and then she's trying to go to like his castle, and she ends up getting in like a ship boat wreck, like a small boat wreck, and gets amnesia. And so she doesn't know who she is, and it's so funny. He knows who she is, but she's still like very meddlesome, and she's very attentive. Lily. So she can like notice things because like that's part of her job, and she had like broken into his office in the beginning before she had amnesia and figured out a secret about him that she doesn't know now, and they're really attracted to each other. They already shared a first kiss, and I'm obsessed. She's staying at his house because she's trying to recover, and like they put her in the Duchess's chambers, and she's like, what's going on? I love it so much. Like Lisa is hitting it out of the ballpark with this one. I only have half of it left, so hopefully nothing goes downhill, but it's so good and I'm so excited to read more. And then I have my last Shanna Galen book, which I'm reading physically, and I'm excited. I'm gonna start it soon. So that's what I have. Hey guys, hopefully this is in focus and it's probably gonna sound weird and I look ridiculous. So yes, I just got done running. I love my new treadmill. I'm obsessed with it, but like I'm all sweaty and disgusting. But like I said, we got a Nordic track and it's like literally the best thing ever. It has like a springy track, so it's a lot better for your knees and like your ankles and stuff. And as a runner, I want to make sure my body stays in the best shape possible and I don't ruin it by running so much. But just ran 3 miles today. I have some updates for you. So I did finish the Vivian Lorette and I gave it 5 stars. Oh my goodness, I loved it. I think it's because it had so many tropes that I love. It had the amnesia trope. It has like she's supposed to be matchmaking him with someone else, so they're not supposed to fall in love with each other. It has the class difference trope, and there's also another trope that's a spoiler with a different character that I was obsessed with that I loved. And the class difference trope really came into play at the end, and I loved it so much, and it was just amazing. The amnesia like wasn't too big of a deal. I feel like they were just like letting her recover there because like they knew who she was. I don't even remember why they just wouldn't tell her who she was. I think they wanted her to like regain her memory, and so like her sisters helped. But it was amazing. I loved it so much. I'm so happy that Lisa told me to read it because it's so good. So far we've had a 4 star, a 2.5 star. I lowered my rating for that book to 2.5 because I was writing my review on Goodreads of the Loretta Chase one, and I was like, I just didn't really like anything about this book. But then 5 stars. And then the one I'm reading now is really, really good so far. I actually read 80 pages yesterday, and I'm gonna read more today, and it's so good. I actually found a copy at Half Price Books too. So I went to Half Price Books on Saturday before going to my parents' house for the Ohio State game, which we will not talk about that. But I found this and a couple other historicals, so I'm really excited. He is being hired as her bodyguard, and he really didn't want to, but she is like adamant that she's in love with this guy, and everyone's like, he's only there for your money, he doesn't love you. And she's like, no, he really loves me and we're gonna elope. But he won't elope with her unless she has her money. And she's still like, but he loves me, he just wants the best for me. And it's like, oh my god, you're being annoying. And so that guy's actually his cousin, and he hates him, and he says bad things about like the guy she loves says bad things about the bodyguard. And I think it's really like the opposite. It's true, like he's really a bad guy and the bodyguard's the one that he was mean to. So he agrees to be her bodyguard and has to escort her out in society, and it's so good. And he's part of like the survivors of this like suicide team. They would only take suicide missions, like basically like, oh, I didn't tell you, I have my parents' dogs here. I completely forgot. So they were just outside, but Gigi of course has to make herself known. Hi, can we move? Thank you. Thank you. So that's Gigi. Yep, Gigi and Eva are here. My parents are getting their house painted, so I've got 4 dogs. I forgot I wanted to show them to you. But yes, he was part of like a team of like men who were so talented but had no like fear, and they were put on missions like no one else would take. And so there were only like 13 people who survived out of that, and he's one of them. So really enjoying this. But I wanted to unbox something for you. My Amanda Quick lot came in. I bought a lot of 20 books for $20, and they're so pretty. So they all have the step backs. Oh my gosh, that one is gorgeous. I'm really excited. I read my first Amanda Quick and absolutely loved it, so I immediately was like, I need all of her books. And so I got a bunch of them in this lot. This one doesn't have a step back, but most of them do. And we have this one. And so I read Ravish, and I actually already own this one, and so I'll probably end up giving this one away, probably, but it's very pretty. And I think I owned one other one, but I didn't own the rest. I got 10 of her books for $20, so it was $2 a book, which I thought was definitely worth it. So we have all of them with all of their step backs. They're just so fun. Oh my gosh, that has a guy with an eye patch and like a treasure map. That reminds me a lot of the one for Ravished, because there was like a treasure in there. Oh my gosh, a pirate. He's a pirate. I'm gonna have to read this first. I love pirate romances. Then we have this one with that step back. That's so pretty. I love the colors of that step back. Not too much going on in that one. And then we have Reckless, which has, oh, I love the dark colors of that too. Like the dark pink and the orange. These are so pretty. Rendezvous with that step back. So gorgeous. I just love all of these. I'm excited to read her books now that I'm like a total fangirl. I mean, I've always loved her step backs, but I like literally am obsessed with Ravish. Sorry, can you hear Gigi eating her bone? Can we wait until I'm done, sweetie? Yes. You silly. I'm almost done. And then this one, I've already seen this one. I think this one might be the one that I already own because I think it had the dragon in it. But yes, those are the books I wanted to show you. That's my update on what I'm reading. And yeah, it's just a new week, but I really want to read a lot more of this. I feel like Shanna Galen's gonna be an author I really enjoy, and she has a spy romance that I really want to read as well. But I'm gonna read more, but we have to watch Below Deck because Below Deck was on, I think, or we like have it on the app. So I'm really excited, and then I'm gonna read more of this. And that's really all my plans today. So I also talked about my merch in my new video today, and a lot more people have been buying it. So thank you so much if you bought any of my merch. I'm so excited for it to ship so I can see it, but that's all I have. So I'm gonna go read more, eat dinner, and watch some TV, and then read some more. Hi. Hello, you cutie. Hi guys, so it is, oh excuse, I was watching Mary's new video, but it is Thursday. I worked out, so I look like a hot mess, but I have been reading Third Sense of Charm for so long now, but I'm really enjoying it. It's just taking me a long time to read it physically, like throughout the school week, but it's long. It's over 400 pages. I'm about 270 pages in, so I'm hoping to finish it tonight, but it's so cute. He has, I think, a form of dyslexia, but they don't have a diagnosis for that back then, and so he just feels stupid, and everybody like calls him stupid, and his dad does, and it's really sad. And she offers to help him read because she's known someone that she used to help tutor, like that had like, I think they call letter blindness or something. Excuse my sister brushing her teeth, she's gonna go to work soon. But I think it's so sweet how she's helping him, and they're obviously falling for each other, and she thinks she's in love with his cousin who's like a really bad guy, and then she like kisses our hero, and then she's like, it's not like that when I kiss your cousin, and it's really cute. I really like it, but it's like really slow burn because he's adamant like, I'm not gonna ruin you, nothing's gonna happen, and it's adorable. She also calls him the Viking a lot, which I think is hilarious, and he's just like a big teddy bear that looks like this like big muscly Viking, but I really like him. So it's going really well so far. I do think it just slowed down a little bit, like around 100 pages, and I'm like, okay, like what else is gonna happen? But now I'm really loving it, so it just slowed down a little bit in the middle, but I'm excited to finish and get this vlog up. So I am loving Shanna Galen though, so I really want to read her one spy romance that I already bought. So this is definitely an author I want to check out more from. So thank you, Lisa, for reading her and recommending her to me. Hello everybody, it's only been about an hour since I've talked to you, but I finished and it was adorable, and I'm giving it 4.5 stars. We're rounding it up to 5. I loved how just sweet Ewan was. Ewan? I always feel like I say that wrong. Ewan? I loved him, and I loved how they fell in love with each other, and we got a little bit of suspense at the end, which I like saw coming, but I really liked. And I loved his friends who were in the military with him. Like 2 of them helped him at the end, and that was really fun. And one of them, we get his book next, which I already read for this vlog, but I really loved him, and the story really picked up. The last like 150 pages flew by, so it was adorable. It was just so cute. It reminded me a lot of kind of like Amanda Quick's Ravished, just a little bit. Like he is just used to everybody hating him and calling him stupid and thinking he's just like not useful for anything, and then she sees another side of him and gets angry at people who see him that way. So that reminded me of Ravished, but it was so cute. I just loved how she realized like the guy she was with before, she like is nothing compared to him, like that kind of relationship, and I just really liked it. And he is the 3rd son of an earl, so like he doesn't matter, and so it was cute watching him try to find like something that he really cared about in life and feel worthy, because he's always felt unworthy his whole life, and his father was awful to him because of his disability. And it was amazing. I just love a hero who's softer on the inside like he was, and he fell so hard for her, and it was so good. So definitely recommend picking this up. If you haven't yet, go read it now. Definitely check out Shanna Galen, and this video was so fun to do. So with Lisa, I'm happy to report 3 out of the 4 were so good, and I'm so happy I read them. We got a 4, a 5, and basically a 5. So yes. Lisa knows what I like. She said that I would love this, and she was correct. We had 1 miss, but that's okay. We'll just forget that didn't happen. But if you haven't already, go check out Lisa. She's one of my best friends, and she has a really great channel, tons of recommendations. She's hilarious too, so make sure you check her out. And that's all I have. Let me know if you have any other creators you want me to do this video for. I would love to do it again. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.